What's good, y'all? I am coming through with The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 1. I didn't even know this came on last night. So, luckily, I went on Bravo's site and I could actually watch the whole episode. Now, Shamari DeVoe is supposed to be on here. She wasn't on this episode yet. I guess they're gonna bring her on sometime later. She's Ronnie DeVoe's wife, from New Edition. So it opens up with Portia has her new boyfriend Dennis. He owns a hookah club, nightclub lounges. He owns a hot dog. I think it's a hot dog factory, like some type of food truck. And they're talking about ring budgets and wedding budgets. They've been together for 5 months. They went ring shopping at this place. She already been with her first husband. Got the same ring from the store that she got with her first husband. So they was like, she said the employees knew her already. It's like, that's a little different. I would go to another jewelry store, but she says it's a different man and different rings, though. And they were looking at this ring that was 10 carats. I'm like, wow. So the next scene opens up with Nene taking Greg his meds. Greg, he's in bed and tired, looking so sick. Last year he had a heart issue. They fixed that. Now he has stage 3 colon cancer. They cut most of his colon out. He said Nene trying to be strong. She said she breaks down alone. Family is downstairs to visit him. So he makes his way downstairs and they all are praying for comfort and healing and understanding. Greg says that when they found out he had colon cancer, he had to have surgery right away, like that same night. And he wrote a note to the family if he didn't make it out of surgery. So sad. He said he's gonna beat it. He couldn't do it without Nene. And he looks so sad. I hope he makes it. Looks so sick. The next scene, Candy, they're riding in a limo, I guess. Yeah, they're riding in a limo she's riding with Tamika and Tasha and Don Juan. And the group escapes. They're being honored with a Golden Note Award. And she's talking about how, it was a long time coming. The next scene opens up with Cynthia. She's opening wine. She's putting grapes in a glass. And her new boyfriend, Mike Hill, calls. And she met him through Steve Harvey. He says he misses her. She says she's very happy and knows what she wants. He's a sportscaster. They're in a long-distance relationship. I believe he is in L.A. and she's in Atlanta. And he said he's not moving. So, he was like, if they really, want to be together, they'll work it out. Noelle comes in the room. She seems to like him. Don't know if Cynthia was saying something like when they met for the first time that it was awkward. So I kind of caught that maybe she caught them in an awkward situation. Yeah. So the next scene opens up with Eva. She's having a photo shoot with the family. Eva's daughter, I think her name is Marley. And she calls Michael her daddy, only dad she's ever known, Shady. And I forgot what her ex, I think he's a basketball player. His name's Kevin, maybe. That I think he was abusive and yeah. So I'm glad he's not in the picture anymore. They don't need to deal with that. So Eva, she's, they're taking family pictures, and then She said she haven't had pictures taken of herself solo since she had the baby. So she was taking pictures, you know, by herself, saying she still got it. And she's kind of shading Cynthia. She said, we have totally different modeling styles. And she's saying that it's 20 years difference. Basically, she's calling Cynthia old. I said, I don't know why she had to bring Cynthia in it. So next, Nene meets up with Portia in a boutique. I don't know if it's Nene's store. I didn't catch that, but so Portia bought flowers for Greg. Nene says she's keeping busy instead of sitting around being depressed. And Nene says she opened up another store called Swagalicious, I believe. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Portia and Nene getting along now. I think last season they weren't really getting along too well. Nene has her trying on some bootylicious outfit, and she's twerking and she making Nene laugh. She says, I'm making her laugh so she can forget about everything else. So next scene is Candy having a family meal at a restaurant. She flew her family out so they can, you know, see her get her award. And she says Riley is glowing up. Riley lost 52 pounds. I see she's talking more in this episode. She's got more confidence. And Candy asked the group, her family, she says, can you imagine them with more babies? Riley says she doesn't want them to have any more kids. She says Candy works too much. Todd says he's daddy daycare. And he says for him to have money, they have to work. And then Candy was like, he says he's daddy daycare, but that's only for like 30 minutes. And Candy was saying that because they have 2 embryos frozen. So she's like, I can't, you know, see leaving them behind. So I don't know what they're going to do on that end. The next scene, Portia talks to sister Lauren and a guy friend. I didn't catch his name. They're talking about having a girls' trip to support Nene and Greg in Miami. She doesn't really want to call Candy, but does. Candy is not feeling her. You can tell. She's like, basically, Candy want to say, you know, what do you want? You know, she didn't say that, but Candy says the girls' trip is going to be good since they're doing it for Nene. Portia's birthday weekend, she has a red weave. Her boyfriend taking her to Miami on a private jet. He got tattoos out. She happy about tattoos. She's like, oh, he got the tattoos out. So I guess he's always in business suits and stuff like that. He did look different. I was like, is that the same guy? And then the next scene, Eva's packing a bag for a trip, hoping everyone is happy. Because she was saying on the last trip, I guess it was one that Cynthia planned that they showed a scene where Sheree was, which she's not on this season. Sheree was asking for Clorox, bleach. So apparently she kind of shaded Cynthia again, saying she's being cheap for her, you know, their accommodations. So I don't know what the beef is between her. I guess it was that thing last season where Eva was trying to tell her about that dude. I think his name is Will. That she saw him that with some other girl or something. So that's probably, they have a little thing going on right now. I don't know. So Cynthia, Nene calls Cynthia to see if she's going to make it to her comedy show. And Cynthia's trying to keep the girls coming to Miami a surprise. So she's like, I hope she doesn't call me like 50 million times. And, you know, she had to try to get off the phone and say she had a conference call. So, and then the last, it's just a lot. I got a lot more, I think. Okay, so next scene, Candy and Escape are at it's called ASCAP Golden Note Awards. Ace is cranky, he crying. And it's a banquet style setting. Jermaine Dupri, he presents the award. Candy says she's still growing and likes to work. She's not going to stop working. And then the next scene, Portia and boyfriend Dennis are in Miami now. They ride together. He asked her why she packed so much. And she was like, I don't know what you have planned. So she hitting on, he's going to propose to her. And then I have stuff planned too. And she told him that they're going to surprise Nene. And she said, you know, she had to talk to some friends that they're kind of like, you know, not on such good terms with. But she invited Marlo, and she asked if he knew her, and he said no. She asked about Candy, and his response was he knew her, but he didn't know where. Yeah, because she was like, you know Candy? And he was like, yeah, I met her. And she was like, where? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, maybe I ate at a restaurant, old lady came. And she's like, well, he never told me that. But basically, she's trying to say she ain't trying to hear no bad news. I don't know. It was a little weird. I don't know. He was acting a little weird about that. Like, I don't know if he knew her. He knew her in a different way, or he knew her in a special way. I don't know. So she's just trying to put that out of her mind. And she's like, you know, he never invited me to go to the old lady gang, or never told me he went to the old lady gang restaurant. I'm like, okay. So then on the last scene, he surprises her with private chefs, a romantic suite. Everything's in white. She calls her sister. She goes in the bathroom and had it on speaker. It was loud. She's like, oh, I didn't know it was loud. And she calls her sister Lauren in the bathroom and tell her what's going on. And he's like, what are you doing in there? And then she sits out on the bed, and he told her, wait right here. Then she goes to the mirror and making sure she's looking right and all that stuff. And he brings out a box, but it's bigger than a ring box. So I don't know if it's a bracelet, a necklace, what. And then it said to be continued. So I don't know if he's going to propose to her or not. I mean, they were together 5 months. I know that, you know, this is old now, but she's pregnant. And I think they, you know, he did already propose to her, but, you know, I don't know how far these shows are taped in advance. So that was my review on Housewives of Atlanta. It looks like a good season. I can't wait till they bring Shamari DeVoe on. And they said Kenya Moore just had her baby. She had a baby girl yesterday. And she said she lost a lot of blood, but she's happy. She's 47. I guess she's not going to be back on here either. So, alright guys, I will come back next week now that I know it's on with episode 2. Alright.